What's going on, friends? Wayne, Wayne Beals, how are you doing, sir? Oh, audio. Let's check my audio. I got a new microphone. Check this out.
I can
Podcasting.
hear you.
You can hear me? I'm good?
Yes, I can.
All right. Edna, hello.
Hi, Nick. How you doing?
Oh, well, you're looking
You
at it.
hanging in there?
I'm hanging
You
in.
hanging in?
I'm
You
hanging in.
good?
Hanging in.
Okay.
Looking a mess, looking ragged, but I'm here, guys. I'm present and I appreciate you guys being here and we are gonna get
Good to
through it.
see you, sir. Good to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be seen.
There's a lot to be said about that.
Well, guys, we're here. It is Ask Us Anything. It is Wednesday. We're here to serve you and help you however we can. So we want to talk about whatever you need, whatever you want to get out of our time together today. Business planning 2026, guys. It's here. Believe it or not, we're 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 getting there. So talk to me. What's going on? What's new in your worlds?
Well, I was looking at my plan for not just the Indiana business, but my own personal business. And I think I'm going to ramp it up just like one more notch just to encourage me to get to that goal. I usually kind of like do my business plans on a conservative basis. But I think this year I'm just going to ramp it up just one more notch and see if I can get to that level. And if not, at least I tried. So I'm doing my numbers over the weekend or probably next week when I have some extra time. But I would like to have a solid plan going into 2026.
Guys, we got it's been a year of chaos for a lot of us.
Right?
A lot of stuff going on for a lot of people, a lot of mess out there in the world, but you know what? You got a plan. We got to get people moving. We got to get people we got to do what we do best, which is put people in houses and do the good things we do in our community. So I want to show you guys something. You've got a business plan right built in to exitrealty.com. Not sure if you guys know this, but there's one built right in. So if you go into your exit resource center,
Yeah. Is there anything you need from me or they've completed everything?
Andy, if you need
So I
to,
think one of the challenges I'm having, Nick, in life is staying in touch with a network that has grown, So I've put a lot of time over the years into building a very, very strong group of people to hang out with. And, it's great. It's one of the reasons I'm here with you guys is, we're all kind of greater together and we all make each other greater. And so I find that staying in touch with that network is really challenging. And I feel like Wise Agent has some answers for me, but I feel like it's also very intimidating. I've re-entered it a couple times, but with the massive information I keep hitting, it's like it feels like an insurmountable task most days. So I'm just looking to eat that elephant one bite at a time and trying to find a way to do that.
we have got, and I think that's probably where we all should be at as a baseline for the year, guys, is we've got to get our CRM in order. And it is going to be Wise Agent. For those of you that are in the Zillow program, we've got Follow Up Boss. That's great. But that's for those team members on that team. Um, Trust me, Wise Agent, the mass texting, all the engagement that it does, there's you have got to be able to reach out to that database at any moment and touch them. And we're coming into this holiday season where we want to be able to engage everyone and, really build these relationships back up because like Wayne, I've not been really good at keeping in touch. I've dropped off on some people, and I need to love on some people as much as I can, in this time. So we got to figure that out. How do we do that? So, we've all got work to do, but it all starts with putting together a plan. So, let's get to it. Um, if you look right in here, this is all your exit tools right over here. So this is your baseline. You got your office information, all that good stuff there. There is a business plan for you. So you had the 2024 business plan from last year. But then we want to get into the new ones. So has anyone worked on the new business plans for this year?
The only thing I have in my notes is to do the business and to do the personal, and just take it a step higher than what I did in 2025. I
Okay.
don't have a 2026 started yet, but I do have an idea of where I want to lead it to.
So we all need to be probably doing our 2026 business plan.
Oh
We,
yeah, this is something you need to do like 30 days ahead of time so you can sit down and really absorb what you want to accomplish in 2026.
we are behind schedule by a lot. Normally I do these sessions if you remember, in the good years, I would be doing these in September and October. Now here we are halfway through November, and I'm telling you, oh, it's time to do our business planning. We're behind this year because of everything going on, but it is time to get your business plans together. So, guys, we are going to get you together in groups. I want you to be kind of accountable to each other as much as that be as makes sense. I want you to each individually figure out what you want for the year, but you also want to be held accountable to someone else. You want to start building some communication lines where you've got other people out there that you can look to kind of keep that connection going as the year unfolds.
And track it during the year. If you're running a little behind or a little ahead, you'd want to know. But I do it every quarter. Every 3 months, I look at it. It's like, where am I? Where do I need to do?
And one of the best places you can start, look at your report card from this year. You know, what's gone on so far? What did you do? You know, what where did your deals come from? Source your deals. So let's go into your reports. Your agent report card. That's a great place to start. And be like, hey, what's going on in my business? Where did I make my money? Where did my deals come from? Source those deals. Figure out where your money came from. How do we honor those folks? And how do we get more transactions? So, a lot of work to do, but I want you guys to reach out. What do you guys want to talk about today besides this?
I have one question, for, and maybe I missed the email sometimes that things go to my promotions and stuff, but have we looked into health insurance and when's the deadline for that?
Yes. So we have Anna, our health insurance rep. It has a Zoom meeting on Monday for me, Laura, and Angela, and I think it may be for all of you guys, tentatively scheduled for I think 11 a.m. or noon. So we will get that information out to you ASAP because that's one of the coolest things we've got here. Part of our Project X piece, we've got that group health insurance. So if you guys want to look into that, that's
And I know it's probably too early until we meet with Anna, but it's like I'm assuming because these are like group plans, not ACA plans. So like if the government doesn't agree to those subsidies and stuff like that, I mean, are we expecting a big increase this year? Or
it's gonna
uh,
be ugly. I think it's gonna be ugly. You know, that's I was not pleased to see that, we're not getting. Yeah, I don't it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be increase. Yeah, it's not gonna be it's
I
gonna be
think, I mean, and I know there's, and not to scare other people, I mean, there are a lot of benefits to Nick's, and exits, plans. There's no, unless you're getting like McDonald's type insurance, you're not, everything is expensive, but I mean, I think I've seen in my own, like 10% increases the past, each year, the past couple years, so.
yeah. I think you're gonna see a bigger one this year, unfortunately. So buckle up for that. But yeah, we will. Anna is going to be working with us on that. So that's one of our cool things. We've got that group health insurance option. So, all right, what else? We'll get that information out to you, Andy. Great. Thank you for bringing that up.
And you never
Hi,
know when
Nick.
you're going to need it.
Yes, absolutely.
I have a question. Our new graphic person, when are we going to get that information so I can get my flyer done?
Yes, yes. So Laura Medina is on that as we speak. So she will be reaching out to you guys with an announcement on that. So stay tuned. We will probably have that to you by Friday. So
Hi, everybody.
Laura,
Hey, Laura.
Hey,
Well,
hey.
my event is the next week
I
on the
know,
20th.
I know. We're tight timelines.
Yeah, I know we can get it. We still gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make it
Edna,
happen
if you need, Edna, I'm sorry to interrupt. If you need help with getting a flyer done for a certain property, you can reach out to me and I can assist you with that. They have preset flyers set up specifically with exit and your information on your properties tab on your exit resource center.
But this is more like we're the graphic design, the more, who's going to replace Amanda. So with Laura, we will wrap that up this week, you and me. So we have an announcement coming, guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Good things coming. Good things coming. Um, what else?
So tomorrow, Friday, I have an event on the north side. So
I
my
know.
first north side event in decades. But 4709 Sacramento. It's a sold building, but it's an opportunity to come learn about heat pumps, heat pump hot water heaters, induction cooking, all these sustainability features. It's a renovated historic Foursquare in Ravenswood Manor that has been retrofit. So,
and I'm so excited about that, Wayne. What time is it?
Friday, it's going to be 10:30 to 1:30, so 3 hours.
10:30 to 1:30.
Yeah.
Guys, this I'm burying my mom tomorrow. And I at some point in the afternoon.
Nick, you should take time for you. But if you need help, you call me and let me know. So.
But I will try. I want to try to pop by on my way to the other. So I'll see if I can make it. That's a big thing because
But anybody here who's on this call who wants to learn
yes,
about this stuff, I really encourage you to stop by one of my broker opens when I do it because I'm happy to really introduce you to some of this sustainability, electrification shift, and I think it's going to be really valuable for brokers to know this stuff when they're helping clients. Like one of the ways I add value to my clients quite a bit is if I'm your buyer's agent and you're looking at an old house and you want it to be more comfortable, you want maybe to help your kid with asthma breathe better. If you want those things to perform out of your house, you can add that value to your client by understanding this stuff and helping them have a better place, right? So I feel like it's incumbent on us as realtors to help people not only find the right home, but also make it a great home for themselves and make it a good experience. And so understanding building science and some of this stuff is something I'm really happy to help you with if you want to go on that journey.
And Wayne, to remind us again, tomorrow that
I'm
event.
sorry, it's Friday,
Friday.
not tomorrow. So Friday, 10:30 to 1:30 at 4709 North Sacramento. I'll toss a little link in the app here
Yes, because that
in the chat.
we've got to get what Wayne has built with Green Line Homes on the south side has got to spread to the rest of Chicago and beyond. That has been from the beginning of my conversation with Wayne. I'm like, we've got to get this. What they're doing there has to spread to the rest of Chicago and beyond. That's green sustainable. That's where we got to go. So
Yeah, and like I said, you don't have to become an expert in this stuff, but if you do want to get more literate in it and better at it, please lean on me. I'm a resource for you guys. So
yeah, this is my passion project, guys. This has been green and sustainable along with senior housing. These are my passion projects. So yeah, looking forward to. I think I'll be able to clip in for a moment before I go over to you.
well, for those of you there, I'm getting pie from a place called First Slice, which is like legendary in that neighborhood for pie. So if you're a pie fan, it'll be your moment.
We like pie. We like pie. Wayne, you're amazing. Thank you so much for everything you do. Awesome. All right, so we got some good stuff going on for Friday. What else, guys?
I had a question on, I know some of your investors, people and the office were, invested in the tax deeds a while back.
Yes.
Are you opening that up in the future to more investors or?
Yes. So we did pretty good at that little scavenger sale at the end of it. So we're wrapping everything up now. And they were talking to us, the attorneys, about what the next chapter is because unfortunately the scavenger sales are not going to be they don't exist anymore. There may not ever be another scavenger sale. That may be that we may have been one of the last ones. So there'll be tax sales. But yeah, the Investors Club, stay tuned for it was supposed to actually be on Friday. There was supposed to be a cool thing from me and Shaheen, but with everything going on with my mom, we had to move that. Next month, Shaheen's got some cool stuff that he's doing with auction.com that he wants to show you guys. And I will show you what we've done with the scavenger sales and then how we're going to transfer that into new opportunities in the Investors Club for 2026. So yeah, there's really cool things we have to show you. We just need a little moment to get it out there.
Cool, thank you. So I guess with just out of curiosity for the future is how the state of Illinois or Cook County or whatever, what would be the difference between you're saying scavenger sale and tax sale, just out of curiosity? Or
so I guess part of I think, and I don't know all the details, but I guess they're really looking into like the appearance of the set. Like they don't. I think
they don't want people losing. I mean, it's not a good look, right?
It's not a good look. The scavenger sale, that's not a good look. But the reality is that was a way to get
tax money.
Yeah.
tax the money back,
And
but
I can speak to this a little bit because I have a couple clients that were tax buyers for a long time, and kind of the interesting way that Cook County breaks down on its tax laws that if you were delinquent on your taxes, somebody else could pay those taxes. They're due a statutory amount of interest. If they don't ever pay you back within a certain amount of time, I think it was 2 years was the redemption period typically. They would be able to do what's called a tax foreclosure and get a tax deed on the property. That tax deed supersedes every other deed. So whether it's a mortgage or anything else owed on that property, that tax deed clears everything and starts over. And the system, I would say it was designed, the intent was to make sure, one, that taxes were paid, right? People paid their taxes. And then the other part of the intention of the system was to make sure that if properties went derelict, in other words, an owner failed to pay taxes and abandoned the property, that a new owner could come in and take possession of that property after a short period, a discrete period of time. And so, from that point, people always take the worst case when it comes to like a media opportunity, right? And so I think that the Cook County Land Bank stepped in a few years ago and basically kind of short-circuited that process by taking a lot of properties into the land bank. They were still requiring at that time that the property taxes be paid before the land bank could take possession. But I think something shifted in that time, and now effectively the land bank has become a big clearinghouse for this. Blessing and curse, right? So the land bank has opened up new opportunities. Like now, if they have a property in their inventory, you as a developer, you as an investor can go in, partner with the land bank, redevelop that property in a really controlled way, right? There's some pluses and minuses to that whole structure. But if any of you want to do it, I highly suggest kind of tooling around the land bank's website, looking around. Whenever you buy a property from them, you enter into a redevelopment agreement with them that has to be performed. If you don't perform, they can take the property back. So it sort of replaced the tax certificate system in some ways and short-circuited it. There are still a lot of properties where this current structure doesn't address things, and a lot of that really is commercial and industrial properties. Like if you go to a lot of municipalities, like Maywood is a great example of this, where I used to live. About 10% of our commercial properties are actually paying their tax bill, 90% are not, which leaves all these properties open for tax foreclosure. But a lot of times their property tax bill is larger than the value of the property, right? So you can see where this kind of becomes a real big problem, right? And so in order to fix that system, what's going to have to happen is some kind of reset in the tax base, right? Like, because if a mixed use building on Fifth Avenue in Maywood has a $20,000 tax bill, and it's only capable of generating $35,000 in renting, you see where that's not going to work out. So I think the tax system sort of kind of imploded on itself, because like the tax certificate buyers, when they would have a certificate for a property that the tax bill was higher than the market value, right? They wouldn't go to ownership, they wouldn't go to foreclosure, and they would just hold the certificate and not take the deed, right? So the properties would sit there with these liens out, like this another level of liens out there, right? So it became a little messy. I don't think there's any real reconciliation policy wise yet as to how to replace that system. But certainly the county has an interest in going in to make sure that abandoned properties and properties that are underutilized and where an owner has failed to do anything, right, has the ability to come back. What we don't want to do is take grandma's house because grandma couldn't pay her tax bill, right? Like, so we're all trying to balance these two property issues, and you can't treat one differently than the other. The policy has to work for both. So
Thanks. Yeah, that's helpful.
that was amazing. Wayne, you are always like a font of knowledge. Just I
Well, I mean, it's really kind of weird how like I'll give you a great example of how a tax situation worked. I had a client who picked up a tax certificate on an abandoned building in Woodlawn, right? It was a 6-unit building, totally boarded. Owners had abandoned it. Everybody's abandoned it. There were multiple liens on it from contractors and banks and all this foreclosure activity and litigation. This guy bought it on tax sale, sold it to another developer for $200,000, made a good profit on the tax sale, right? On his tax certificate. That new developer reinvested in the building. That new building is rehabbed with moderate income housing, right? So it went from, in the pile of abandoned buildings to 5 years later, fully occupied again, right? And paying a tax bill and serving as housing. So that's an example of how the system can work. There's also, for that example, there's other systems of how it doesn't work, and how it kind of creates more problems. So, it's past our pay grade as real estate realtors, but I would say that if you're really passionate about learning about how to get involved here, the CAR Public Policy Committee is really where you want to spend some time, because you'll actually get a seat at the table when some of this stuff comes up and kind of get some input in, because CAR does have sway there.
Wayne, I'm so glad you joined us today. This is
I'd like to join you guys, but I you never am around. And today I'm just sitting here and I saw the thing come up. I was like, I need to see Nick today. So I wanted to say hello.
You are a blessing. You are a blessing, because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. I'm like, my mind is mush. So
I'm surprised that you're here. You should.
I was ready to go, but I will admit Wayne is a wealth of information, and he's the most open person about it.
Yes.
If you have questions, I would never hesitate to have Wayne answer them.
Yeah, just hit me up. Happy to do it. Come out to my event and we can chat for a little while about all electric buildings, and I can talk your head off.
And literally,
You might not want to talk to me for a week after that.
Yeah, the stuff between me and Wayne, we will get you into an EV, we will get you into the electric home, we will get you the most sustainable, amazing situation ever. And that stuff, yeah, I could go on for days. Well, guys, I'm going to be heading out to do some stuff with family. Do you guys need anything else from me?
Go take care of family, Nick. Go take care of
family first.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Do you guys want to keep going? You guys got other things for Ask Us Anything?
I think I got 2 things that I would like to bring to everyone's attention.
Let's do
Mortgage applications are up, not just refinances, but purchase applications are up just a little bit. But they also have this new caveat called a 50-year mortgage. Oh, is that a cash cow for the banks?
Yeah.
I'll let you make your own decisions with your own clients. I do not like a 50-year mortgage. Based on the amortization schedule, they're going to double what they get normally.
And believe it or not, it only reduces your payment 8%.
Yeah,
so it's not like
it gets you in the house, but it takes you forever to pay. But your kids will end up paying it off.
Like, I appreciate the thought, but maybe like, what about 40? 40-year maybe. I thought 40-year might have been a more reachable thing. I'm like 50-year. That is literally
bank robbery.
That's bank. Yeah,
I would never recommend a 50-year mortgage. No. I don't care what kind of perks you get on the front end. It ain't worth it in the back end.
No. Agreed.
I will say on that note, if those of you guys who are out here with buyers right now, this is your moment, right? Like right now to January 15, it's not a multiple offer world yet in most areas. Right? So if you're sick of that spring market, like I put in an offer, there's 37 offers. I have a couple listings right now that are rock solid deals, and I'm just sitting here like stunned at how, typically this time of year it's dead. To be honest with you, as for a listing agent, like you wake up and you're like, Okay, well, what administrative stuff can I do today? I don't have any showings, right? Um, it has been modestly busy this fall, so it hasn't been dead. So I've been busier than I expected to be on showings. I'm still doing probably, me, I have 18 listings in there, so I'm still doing probably about 12 showings a week. So that's keeping me pretty busy. Normally it's like two, three, right, this time of year. So, but I can guarantee you, if the Fed drops interest rates one more time and we go into that spring market,
Kaboom.
yeah, there's not a lot of inventory that's going to come online, but there's going to be a lot more buyers that find the market within reach again, right? So it's really important to get your clients out there now and get the best deals. The two best deals I sold last year to buyers were in January and February. They closed in January and February. Those people both have over 20% equity today,
Awesome.
right? Just
That's
because
what
of
we
when
do.
they bought. So
Beautiful.
But yeah, keep an eye open for your clients. There's a lot of. I got another call today for joining. Would you like to get a 20% referral fee? I called the guy back. He didn't pick it up. Sent an email. $3.99 setup fee. That's their hook. Be careful with what you get involved with. And if you doubt a vendor, ask one of us. We've probably experienced this kind of system before. It is not real estate broker friendly. Not at all. Keep your money in your pocket.
1000%.
Nick, you take care of yourself today.
Hey,
Focus on you, and if anybody has a problem reaching Nick, please give them a little bit of leeway. But Lyle and I are always standing by to give you any sort of guidance that you may need in the moment.
and so Laura and Angela and
Yeah,
office,
you got an office staff that's just gonna.
we got a squad. We got an amazing squad. And again, Wayne, thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Wayne.
And Dan, as always, appreciate you. Andy, it's so good to
Yeah,
hear your see. Hey, we got some superstars on today. And
I know,
Edna,
right?
as always, I love you and appreciate you. We will figure out our graphics. We got to get moving on our event. And I love and appreciate you guys all. This is a really good session. I think this may actually go public. Have a great day, everyone. Appreciate you all, and I will see you all soon. Bye.
Standing ready.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys.